felt a rush of exhilaration as Helios Grand Hotel came into my view. You see, it was time to go to Bar Helios. I'm not gonna lie, my expectations were high. However, I was slightly underwhelmed at the lobby. Don't get me wrong, it was very pleasant. However, it was very small. And if you look to the left-hand side, you'll see the Bell Services and Universal desk. The aesthetics of the lobby is very stunning. However, it's a very small area. Here we have a look at the front desk, and I love the murals on the wall. Aurora Market is your typical Universal Resort marketplace. It has everything you need to satisfy your sweet cravings. From gelato to cookies, Aurora Market has it all. They even have macaroons. Sometimes after a long hot day at the theme parks, there's nothing better than getting a sweet treat. Speaking of a hot day, why not enjoy some gelato? I love gelato. At break of dawn, the god of light, a bow he draws with all his might. His flaming arrow in its flight will burn away the darkest night. Here at Universal's Helios Grand Hotel. Welcome, everybody. We are going to Bar Helios tonight. It's going to be a wonderful time at Bar Helios. We have the beautiful backdrop. Everything is kind of Greek theming here at Helios Grand Hotel. Greek mythology, we have so many different symbolism towards astrology. There's a lot to look at here. It is a beautiful, gorgeous hotel. And Helios Grand Hotel is, well, grand. To put it simply, you'll feel a sense of wonder and whimsy as you walk through the lobby and notice the moving mural next to the elevator. Once you take that elevator to the top, you are rewarded with miraculously stunning views of the theme park, and you might be pleasantly surprised to see that you can enjoy almost the entire theme park, including Stardust Racers. Seeing the water show this high up was an absolute treat. However, I do wish I got a better view of the Super Nintendo world. You do, however, get a gorgeous view into my favorite land at Epic Universe, Dark Universe. The ceiling at Bar Helios is aligned with so many different constellations, adding a touch of astrology mixed with Greek mythology, creating the perfect ambiance for a cocktail lounge. This adds a sense of wonder and magic to your experience. Bar Helios had quite an extensive list of very unique cocktails. I started off with a very Greek-rooted cocktail called Clash of the Titans. And yes, it is served with a piece of feta cheese on top, along with some pepper, which added a strangely spicy yet smoky flavoring. It is a gin-based cocktail with egg whites, which adds a nice foamy texture. A very savory cocktail to say the least. The menu seemed like it had a flavor profile for anyone. Sweet, smoky, sour, whatever you would like. And these wings were just as scrumptious as they looked. They did have a smoky flavor and a semi-sweet honey-like glaze on top that added the perfect amount of sweetness. I would definitely get these again. But my hands-down favorite item at Bar Helios were the Wagyu beef sliders. These sliders were so tender, you could probably cut them with a butter knife. I really enjoyed how they were nearly all beef. That's the way a slider should be, not tomatoes the size of the bun. My next cocktail was called the Iliad and the Odyssey. This is a gin-based cocktail that I thought was going to be like a mint mojito, but it actually had a strong cucumber flavor. I'm not a big cucumber fan, but the drink was surprisingly very refreshing. Next, we ordered one of the most delectable looking cheese plates I had ever seen. Super fancy looking, and the cheese was more similar to a cottage cheese with fresh fruits, honey, and a few nuts. It also came with a few pieces of flatbread that you could use to eat the cheese and the fruit. Overall, I would give it a 6 out of 10, but I don't think I would order it again. As we were eating, I noticed that you could see the pool from Bar Helios, so I was very curious, and if you're curious too, here you go. Take a gander at at the pool. My next cocktail was called the Trojan Horse, which was basically a margarita. There's a lime on top and they sprinkled salt. It had a little bit of a kick due to some liqueur that they were using. I think the hint of spice at the end there is why it's called the Trojan Horse. It's a little unexpected, but overall very tasty. After seeing the pool from above, we got more curious, so we decided to go down below and check it out. And that's when we discovered the view that you could see from the pool. Yes, that is Dark Universe. That's the Monsters Unchained ride. The Flora restaurant is in the lobby of the Helios Grand Hotel, and it looks absolutely stunning. Look at the roses on the ceiling. This is one of the most unique designed restaurants I had ever seen.
The water show's going on right behind us. This water show looks incredible. No fireworks, but the water show itself looks amazing. The water jets shoot as high as, it looks like 50 feet into the air. Very high up. I have never seen anything other than the Bellagio Hotel. I've never seen anything like it. We just had an amazing experience at Bar Helios. The dome with all of the astrology symbols above our heads. We tried so many foods and so many drinks. The cocktails were unique, very magnificent. I had a very savory cocktail. I had also a very sweet, kind of more like a margarita cocktail. The cocktails range from sweet to sour, rum to margarita to tequila to vodka to gin. So many different cocktails. The menu was very extensive. The wings were delicious, kind of tangy, kind of sour, a little bit savory, but I had a savory cocktail tonight, and that was by far the most unique thing I tried at Bar Helios. Bar Helios is home to many different things that you can try, and I had a great time with wonderful, magnificent views of the park. We did pay a lot of money at Bar Helios to eat all the wonderful food and drinks, although parking will be free if you get over $75 worth of food, which we exceeded easily. Magnificent views of the entire park. This, I can only imagine at night, will turn into something we've never seen before. It will light up across the horizon. It is going to be wonderful. The sights you can see from up here, from Stardust Racers to Isle of Berk to Super Nintendo World, all the way to Dark Universe. You never know what you're going to see from Bar Helios up top. It is a tapas style bar, so small plates, and I will say they are a little bit expensive, but the cocktails are so unique. This is an amazing hotel. I cannot wait for you guys to see it in person.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave it a thumbs up, give me a like. That really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please don't be afraid to subscribe down below. That way you won't miss a thing. That way you can watch my next video. Maybe we'll go to Epic Universe and film an entire vlog. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Peace.